Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to my channel and to Punched Out Thursday with Kathy, Krista, myself, and Dorothy, where we'll all be using our punches and our dies to create our layout, or just one or the other. I'm going to scrap that picture of my grandson, and he had worked, I guess you call them a floor puzzle. Anyway, it's pretty good sized pieces, and he was teaching his cousins how to do it. The first time he worked it himself, and then the next several times he helped them put it together. Well, there was two of them, and they did one day and one the next day. But the girls got the hang of it. And I'm going to be using, I think it's like 3 dies and 3 punches for this. And the punch there I'm using is called a Fox Builder punch from Stampin' Up. It is retired, but you can get it on eBay. And it can make all kinds of animals. Just because it says a fox builder, don't mean that's the only thing you can do with it. I cut the head out in white, and then I also cut it out in a blush color. And the white one, I just cut the ears off the top. And then the blush color, I cut just a little bit below the ears. And I left a tiny bit of white there, so I'll have room for the little eyes. And I use the 1/8 inch punch. Oh, that makes 4 punches. Sorry. I use the 1/8 inch punch to punch the eyes out with. And I'm going to use that corner punch on the left right there. And I'm going to do the 2 little tiny hearts. And those are going to be the nostrils. And I'm going to put, I think I am putting on one of the, I made a sample calf too. I made a calf because there is a cow on the puzzle. I put the nostrils one way, and then I tried them the other way on the next one. And here I am cutting out, well, those are the ears. It was part of the fox, and I believe it's part of the body. And I'm just cutting it in half so I can have an ear on each side. I started to put the horns on, which I just folded over a piece of cream colored cardstock and hand cut the horns. And that way they both ended up the same way. And I'm inking everything in old paper, and including the little teeny tiny horns, which was a little on the hard side. But I thought they needed it add a little bit of dimension to it. But there I've got the 2 ears, the 2 horns, and now's the body. The body's really small in comparison, but that's how it is on the fox. And I did one in white, and I did one in black, and now I'm cutting the spots off. And that way it's already cut along the edge for the right size because it's the same exact piece as the white. And I'm just going to cut a couple of spots for the body. One is going to go around the leg a little bit, and the other one down the right-hand side. And here's the tail, and it was the tail on the fox, I believe. And I'm just going to use part of it because cows have kind of skinny tails compared to a fox. And I'm going to use the tip end of the tail of the fox, where it's colored a different color, on the end of my cow's tail, and I'm going to make it black, and I just stuck it on. And let's see where we are at now. Oh, I decided I needed a tuft of hair up there on the top part of my little cow, because y'all know how much I like a little tuft of hair on the top. And so I used the end of the tail for it also. And this is just a little scrap of green, and I'm kind of making it like a hillside. And I'm just going to glue it on that piece of blue. That's the background. I am going to actually mount my little my little calf on there. And I inked the green and green. And I'm going to ink the blue pieces and the cloud in kind of a grayish blue. Just to add shadow to them also. And this is my lawn fawn grass die, and a lot of times I cut my grass by hand, but since this is just a small area and I don't really need some really tall grass, I'm just going to use my die. And there I thought, well, but I better put my little calf down first. And I'm not taking him all the way to the bottom so he look a little bit taller because my grass will cover the bottom part of him anyway. And then I got sidetracked here. I decided to make my highlights on my little calf, and my glue is going to dry out, so I will have to glue that again. Yeah, there were several places dried out already because it wasn't very thick. And I'm just going to cut the excess off, and now I'm going to hand make a cloud. And I am just going to wing it. I'm going to add some of that bluish gray ink to it and ink the edges of it. And then over to the side, you'll see a little half circle of yellow. Well, I was just going to go ahead and have it punched out in advance, but then I thought I'd show how a scrap works just fine with it because I didn't need the whole thing. And there I'm showing the puzzle, and I put the puzzle on top of my little painting, my little piece of art here, and cut out the puzzle. And I'm trying hard to make sure the pieces don't come apart. Some of them are cut all the way through, just the tip bottom of it right there at the bottom isn't, because it has several layers there. And on my sample, I am going to cut them all apart, and you will see that in a few minutes because I already have them cut apart, because I did practice this one. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. That paper there is EcoPark, and it's called Dots and Stripes, and you buy it to go extra with the kits that they have. So they try to make coordinating colors with them. And I pulled out That's My Boy, and I decided to go with the red since there is quite a bit of red in the picture. But I couldn't find a piece of paper that I wanted to use on the That's My Boy. But I did find a border, and this one says Note. And then it also had a part with airplanes. And so I thought, well, rather than throw it away or put it back in the packaging, I'm going to just add it behind it. And I'm going to put 2 layers behind my picture, white and black, just to get it to pop up just a little bit more on my page. And I'm going to get ahead of myself again. Yeah, it happens. And I'm mounting my little puzzle here on some black since my picture is in black around there. And I started to see here, I got all these puzzle pieces out. This is the ones I'd cut earlier from my sample. And then I put the adhesive on there, and it hits me, oh, I got to put my title on here. See how long that word is? I thought I better put it down first. And I'm kind of bouncing it across there so I can squeeze the letters closer together and fit them in. And one I ended up switching out. I had a capital N, and I changed it to a lowercase n because of the fact that I couldn't bounce them in right around it very well, but I could on the end. And so my title is going to be Note, Puzzle Master Extraordinaire. And see, that made it fit perfect. And I am going to have to cover my picture a little bit with my cow, but I knew I was going to have to do that. I would have liked it over on the other side because we had gone to my daughter's house and she gave the girls their Christmas presents. And of course, we took them in because they were spending the weekend with me. And they were in the bags and packaging right behind Casey. So they're just piled by the door where they left them when they came in the door. Here I'm trying to decide how I want to do my puzzle. I finally end up putting it like the pieces would go in the puzzle. The sky ones are going to be up at the top, the center ones by the picture, and then the 2 bottom ones down there at the bottom. And I wanted to make a cluster down there, so I got my ViewMaster Reel die out, and I made a white one. And I'm going to use the other part there. It's not glued down yet. Yeah, see, it just now moved. By the Extraordinaire. And I'm going to try to make my little cluster go all the way across there and down to the corner of the picture. But I didn't like anything I was putting there, and everything I looked at on the sticker sheet I didn't like going there. And I didn't think till later or long after I was done with the layout. I could have put a tag there probably and got it all connected. But it's all right the way it is. It's big enough that it's not like trap space. And I think it looks just fine the way it ends up, even though I would have liked to have had it all there together. I pulled a sticker out that says, "You are my number one," and I'm going to kind of cluster around it on the wheel. And I also pulled another sticker out that says, "Made for having fun," and it's just a little blue banner. And let's see, where am I at on there? Oh, I'm putting everything together and putting part of it on foam tape. And then this one I put one on foam tape, one piece of puzzle on foam tape, and the other one I just adhered straight down to the page. I'm going to end up adding a star to that and some enamel dots, and that's all I'm going to do there because, like I said, I couldn't get all this to connect the way I wanted to with the kind of parts that I was looking for to go there. There was all kinds of cute parts on that sticker sheet, but just not what I was hunting for. I added foam tape to the blue arrow because I wanted some blue there also. And that's it. I glued them all down now. See, I'm trying for the little soccer wheel ball, and then this wheel that's, I don't even remember what it said. Smile, something about smile. And nothing was working out. I was making more trap space than I was getting rid of. And I put a yellow star there because of the fact that I'm going to have a blue star down there in the bottom left. And I thought I put a star up on the top one, but I don't guess I did because I don't see one now. But I could have sworn I had one up there. I might find it somewhere later, stuck to something. Usually my elbow or something, but I don't see it now. Or the bottom of my hand, if it's sometimes right around the wrist. I'm putting the enamel dots down, so that means I'm getting close to getting done. I do have some splattering that I'm going to do. Yeah, there with the Heidi Swap Black Velvet. And I'm not going to put a whole lot because I didn't want a whole lot. I had all that white space and I didn't want it all white. I just wanted a little bit of black there. But that's it. That's my layout. Be sure to check down below for the links to the other gals and see what they do with their punches and their dies this week. And pull yours out and something else too. They're a lot of fun to play with when you're doing a layout. But if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And there's my finished layout. And note, Puzzle Master Extraordinaire. I mean, that one I is a capital. It kind of looks funny, but I'm leaving it. I didn't have enough small e's. That's why I ended up doing it this way. But I like it that way. And there's my completed puzzle, and yeah, with my little calf and his little hair sticking up there. And there's the sample one with the star, and I could have sworn, literally, that I had a star up on the top one. And I had the blue star down there at the bottom one. And yeah, there's it. There's my layout. But I hope y'all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. And check out the other gals. Bye.